Hey everybody, welcome back to Fatty's Barbecue. I'm Eric Cantu. As you see, we got all the cleaning stuff out here. We're fixing to get dirty because it's time to clean the IVS beast here. Should probably take off my watch. Alright guys, so as you know, I love cooking briskets and barbecue, and I do heavy usage on the IVS beast over here. That thing is a workhorse. It is an awesome machine. But with that heavy use, I must have cooked what, at least 100 briskets so far on there, and I haven't really given it that deep clean yet. Now mind you, I've got all this stuff right here in front of me that we're going to need for our tools to clean this stuff up, but it doesn't have to all be done at once, right? I'm just bringing out everything that I think that I can remember off the top of my head that needs to be done to the IVS at some point or another. You do not have to wait and do it all at once, right? So let me just show you what I got here. So first thing, right, we're gonna be needing some gloves, right? We obviously need some gloves. Keep our hands nice and clean. We're gonna get dirty. This guy here, this little steel brush that I have here, I like using this or the thread portion of where I put the fan on, because that gets some rust in there, so I try to make sure to get that rust out. This guy obviously already looks dirty. This is where I clean my grills with. So if you're gonna go to deep cleaning on your grills, that's what you're gonna wanna use there. This guy also, you can see, it's obviously been used. I use a lot of that on my grills, right? A knife if you need it for some reason. These are my cleaning wipes. I got a brand new pack right here of cleaning wipes. We're gonna need a little bit of water, right, to spray down. Got some 409. This 409 works wonders. Get yourself a nice sponge. I've got some stainless steel cleaner here that I'm gonna use. This guy right here is my DeWalt pump, right? We're gonna be using this guy to service the tires. Sometimes the tires do get low over time, so I like to use this guy to put it to 30 PSI. That's what the setting on the tire says, 30 PSI. So every once in a while, I just put it on there and air it up. Also, this stuff right here, this is 3-in-1 oil, okay? This is what we're gonna wanna use on our hinges, on anything that moves. We wanna put that oil on there, okay? This guy right here, high heat paint is what I usually use for my other pits. I just so happen to have this one still stored away. For the IVS though, just so you know, you really don't need the high heat paint for anything because it's all insulated, right? So nothing's gonna get super high heat. It just so happens I had this one on me in my garage that I never used. And then of course, if you wanna, you know, make your tires look nice, you put a little shine on them at the end. A shop vac, right? We're gonna use the shop vac to suck up anything, any extra dust particles that any extra ash that might still be in there. So as you can see where I'm heavily using this part. I'm always handling this section of the pit, right? That's obviously, you know, that can come off with an easy wipe, but look at the stainless steel. All I've done so far, or what I usually do, is just wipe it with the rag and that's it. I haven't really given it a good polish or a good clean, so I'm going to attempt to do that today. I'm also going to be needing a new gasket. You see this gasket here? It's all kind of crusted up. Look, it's super hard right here, right? We're gonna need a new gasket. Another thing we're gonna wanna look at is here. You see this rust right here that's starting to form? You see this little rust here. What I wanna do is get down, if you can look down inside the top here, you see how there's rust in there, right in there?
Wait, where's the camera part? Okay.
See it? You're gonna wanna get in there with some of that 3-in-1 oil. Okay, so we're going to be touching that up as well. Other than that, anything that's flaky, I'm pulling off, but I'm not doing a hardcore scrape of it. I'm just going to try to clean what I can here and get all the grossness off. And now you can also see here, my tires, they've seen better days. You know what I mean? So I need to get in there, clean these out, try to get these to shine up a little bit. The reason these front tires get so dirty is because everything comes out of here. When we're cleaning the trays, we open it up, the dust falls out. You can see all the scraps that happen to fall on the bottom. So we really want to get these nice and shiny. Now I don't have a polish for this, but look, even if I just do it with my finger and give it a wipe, it's starting to look pretty good. .409 works really good on everything. They need to sponsor me, because I use 409 for everything. My wife loves to use 409. She's the one that told me it cleans everything. I noticed these doors are starting to not open as easy. So we're gonna use this guy right here, the 3-in-1 oil. We're gonna come right in here, a little bit in here, a little bit in there, and I'm putting some in here. Right, I already feel it getting looser. That's a lot more oil than I needed, but look how easy it's starting to. Now it wants to slam. Right. That one. But yeah, it's feeling a lot smoother now. All right, just kind of work it a little bit. Oh, let's see, it wants to move on its own. In there, falling in there. In there. Then I'm gonna check my hinges over here. Put a little bit in there. Feels good. And on this guy. Get in here. Just putting a little water and just wiping them down. I'm already out of this stuff. All right, got the tire cleaner shiner on there. Just give the rubber a nice shine. All right, so that looks good. And I still got to get in here and detail all this stuff. All right, so now I've got the DeWalt hooked up. As you can see, my tire pressure is only at 19.6. It's supposed to be at 30. But for safety, I'm just gonna put it up to 25. So I've got it hooked up. All I gotta hit is start. There it goes. All right, so that's it. Now I can disconnect right here and put my handy dandy top back on there. And that's it. These tires are serviced. They've got the air in them. Again, wipe them down. You want to shine them up, but really my big concern is making sure there's air in them. It says 30, but I'm just keeping them at 25 for now, okay? Now take a look here. My boy Eric, while I was cleaning the other stuff, went ahead and hit these wheels up. They look a lot better, and he's still not even done. If you can see this part right here, look how dirty that is there still, right? But all this other stuff, he hit it up with the 409 and just a towel, a little bit of elbow grease, and it's looking a lot better. And it's not even done yet. And then look at the other wheel without having been touched yet. We have not even touched that wheel yet, and that's where it was before. So the before and after is just incredible. As long as you put some time and love into this thing's gonna last you. So I'm hitting this up with some water. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of this cleanser. Just putting a little bit in my sponge. Sorry, don't get that in your face, Scarlett. I just use a little bit, right? And I just kind of went around with it and getting those big greasy parts off. See, I polished it right off. That little grease that was there just came right off. It was like a big chunk of dirt and grease. So pretty much all I'm doing is just going over it, getting these little, like, see that little spot right there? Should come off. There you go, it's gone. Right, so all those burn marks and stuff that were on there, where like it was mostly right here, you saw all those burn marks from the flames when they would come up. You know, this stuff takes it off pretty good.
I'm breaking out tonight, digging undercover, making off on the run, shooting like a bullet from a loaded gun.
So leave it to Mama, because Mama knows best. If she noticed how I was cleaning this thing, I was going up and down, but she did notice that the grains of the stainless steel are actually going from left to right. So she told me maybe if you go clean side to side, it's gonna leave less streaks. It'll look a little bit better. And I noticed it's already looking better there. So I mean, it may not still be perfect, but it is looking better when I go side to side with it. So as you see, with a little bit of elbow grease, you can make this thing look really, really good. You saw how dirty it was looking before, and look how shiny this front is looking. I still need to do the bottom right here. Just look at the difference between the top and the bottom. You can see it. Simple. I'm not gonna say easy. I want to say how simple it is to maintain your IVS. It's not hard at all. It's just a matter of work, right? You've got to put in that time. And I've seen a lot of IVSs out there. And I don't mean any disrespect, because I know everybody has their own circumstances, but I've seen a lot out there that are just totally rusted out, that just look really, really bad. I've seen them to where as soon as you're opening this thing like this, rust is falling out on the bottom, right? I already hit this up. The inside of this doesn't look bad. All you got to use is this guy right here with the nylon brushes. The nylon brushes is what's the key. You bring this guy out and boom, you just hit it. You can hit this as much as you want. Take all the big stuff off. What I do before my cooks is I wipe everything down, and then I go through those wipes and I wipe with the wipe, and they get a little bit more shiny, and then I hit it with the torch, and I just torch everything before I cook with it, right? For me, I'm pretty confident in this setup. I know that there's not going to be anything falling on people's food. There's not going to be anything dirty in there. And my biggest concern also is just make sure that this thing works. And look, I'm probably making it dirty on the top with my fingers, but look how easy this thing just moves now. It's just super glidey because we put that stuff in there. So as you can see, it is looking a lot better right now. Even going side by side, thanks to Mama. Mama knows best. Make sure y'all listen to y'all's mamas out there, okay? Don't argue with them. So all we need to do now is just really go wipe everything else down. Whatever you see dirt, whatever you see grime, clean it out. Okay, now granted, right here, it looks like a lot more work than what it actually is because I'm doing it all at one time. All you guys have to do, or that I should be doing, is just periodically do one or the other, right? So every once in a while, check the air on your tires. Hit them up if you can. Every once in a while, hey, throw some little oil in those hinges, right? Wipe down your pit, right? Now I do keep mine for the most part wiped down, but you can see now, it looks a lot better than what it was before, okay? Too many times, guys, I've seen online people showing their cooks and stuff like that, and they're incredible cooks. This machine is so awesome, but it hurts me deep in my heart when I see those things looking so run down and rusted out and just beat up because they weren't taken care of. It's super simple, guys. We can take care of these things. Just, you know, if you can keep it in a garage, keep it in a garage. I understand not everybody can, right? If you got it out in the elements, try to keep it covered, wipe it down. Don't let that rust set in, because rust is your enemy. You do not want that, okay? Any grease or old food that you have, try to scrape it off. Like I said, I've put over 100 and some odd briskets through this thing, tons of briskets, and it's still working like it's brand new. It's incredible. The only thing I need to do now is change out that gasket, and I've got one coming from Chris at Lone Star Grillz. There's no pliability on any of this. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna get my handy dandy screwdriver, and all I'm gonna do is come in here and I'm gonna start plying this off. Okay, can you see that? I'm gonna pull this, pulling it out. I'm gonna get this top one here, just gonna pull it out. Look, got that much that's in there, and we're gonna pull out of here. It's gonna be a little tough to hold this. Comes right out. So see, about that much gets stuffed inside. I'm gonna use this when I'm putting it in to stuff it in there, okay? So you can see these little holes. I don't know if you can see these holes here. These little guys are in those holes. Look at this guy. Heavy use. It's supposed to be nice and soft like this part, but obviously this thing's been through hundreds and hundreds of briskets and ribs and sausage and cooks. It's definitely time to get a little TLC.
To hell with my time, I won't give up my mind. I spent years on the line for a petty crime. With just people on the outside, waiting on my side.
Again, whenever you get the chance, or if you do see rust in there, hit it up with some canola oil. if it's on the inside. Don't be putting 3-in-1 oil on your grates and all that other stuff. You don't want to be cooking with that stuff, okay? That's just for the outside functionality. If there's anything that's inside, use the canola oil. Wipe it down with the brush. It'll take out that rust that's in there. Same thing right in that firebox. I'm gonna hit that up with some canola oil as well, okay? So again, super easy, guys. I hope this has helped you out. I know a lot of y'all have questions as far as how do I maintain this thing and how do I keep it looking so new. That's how, you know, I don't do it all at once. I do it periodically whenever I get the chance. And honestly, my kids help me out tremendously. They'll come out here and they'll be like, Dad, it looks dirty. And they'll go out there and they'll clean it up. Or sometimes I ask them to do it and they get mad at me. But either way, I love my kids, guys. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for helping me out. And they're even helping me record this video. So that's it, guys. Again, I know I talk a lot. This is probably going to be another daggum 20-minute video. But thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything. And we're going to see you on the next episode of Fatty's BBQ.